Trey Lance, prediction for him. Is he going to play in this game?
I think he will. I think they will. I think they will use him in some.
You think he's in the game plan? You think he's in the script, the first 15? Or you think this is Kyle? He'll get the urge. Like, I asked him. I said, well, was he not in the game plan? Or did you just take him out? He's like, I just didn't get the urge. Which I was like, man.
He's like, should I put nah, like, I'm not feeling it.
Nope, not feeling the urge. Hold on, I just didn't get the urge. So will he get the urge, or is this a plan?
I think he's gonna get the urge.
That's great. That's great. Well, I hope he does. I feel like he intentionally answers all my questions untruthfully now. Like, he just gives me the weirdest answers. I just didn't get the urge. Come on. Jimmy Garoppolo said when he was in the play, they talked about that he was in the game plan for week 1. And he just, it's something I decided to do. I can do it anytime. You just tell the truth, Kyle. Tell the truth.
I could see, I think, because if you're trying to do what you said before is get deep shots. Yeah. I don't know that you can really get those with Jimmy, but you can get them with Lance. And in order to do that, he's got to be in the game. And so, like, you could see that play that they ran with Trent Sherfield that he scored an 80-yard touchdown. You can run that in this game.
Yep. Now, to be fair to Jimmy, he ran a similar play to that against the Packers a couple of years ago where he rolled out to his left and hit Kittle coming back to the right. The ball didn't travel as far in the air, but still, if you want that play to hit and not miss, you're better off playing Trey. I mean, they've given Jimmy a lot of chances in camp and practice to throw these passes and work on them. And, it's not his throw. It's just not.
And the Niners have had a history of torching the Packers with running quarterbacks.
That to me is another reason to play Trey Lance. Like, it's a bad defense. They don't face quarterbacks like this in their division. They've always been bad at defending this kind of a run game. If you don't play him, you may not have a dominant run game. You may have a functional thing that you can stick with like last week, but this you could just eviscerate them with like 8 yards a carry. They better freaking play. But again, I could see Jimmy going to Kyle and just vetoing this in the game plan. Be like, I don't want any Trey this week. I've beaten this team the last X times I've faced them. We put up 38 points. Give me a chance. And Kyle saying, all right, man, okay. But if you have 3 points after the first quarter, bets are off. I'll give you the first quarter. I can see, because I think Jimmy's pushing back. I think Jimmy, and I think he has a strong contingent. He's like Malfoy with his like little. He's not Malfoy, but he's got a band of followers that are like,
right.
Hey,
and Kittle's there backing him up.
We can do this. We don't need the rookie. We were there in 2019. That kind of stuff, and we've beaten this team before, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious. Do you think Trey Lance plays in the first quarter? If he does, God love Jimmy Garoppolo, because that's for the best of the team.
Yeah, I do.
He said stuff like, whatever's for the best of the team.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think he will get.
I hope so.
I think he will.
If I were Kyle Shanahan, I'd be looking to take the lead early. If you fall behind in this game, you may not come back. So what you want is to drop that bomb early, bring in Trey Lance. They think you're going to run the ball, boom, play action over the top.
You want Green Bay to think, here we go again, right?
Like, yep, absolutely. Right. You flew all the way out here. You know what it feels like, and you deja vu.
Because they're gonna come out and they're gonna be like, oh, like, we need to remedy all that crap that we've been through in the past. Like we
Impossible.
Need to get that. We're 1-1. We need to get off the start. You got to shut all that ish down. And if you do that, if you win the first, like with a team like this, they're gonna start thinking, here we go again. And Rodgers has that personality anyways. He'll shut down. So, jump on them and
jump on them. Don't do what you did last week, which was the opposite of jumping off the Eagles. Was what you did. That's what you did. And that's my thing with Jimmy. Like, he's competent and he's effective and he's efficient, but he's going to let you hang around. He's going to let the other team hang around doing nothing. So get that big play early. I don't know how they're going to get big plays with Jimmy. I don't know. We'll see. Jimmy could go to him and say, look how well Jameis Winston played against him. Look at how well Jared Goff played against him. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Okay, well, we're gonna call shots for you, Jimmy. You gotta pull the trigger. You gotta hit him. If you don't, you leave us no choice. You leave us no choice.
Or like if you can dink and dunk them, then dink and dunk them. But in order to dink and dunk, the Packers, you're going to have to be accurate. Like you can't have high throws on Jair Alexander. Like
yeah, I just think the dinks and the dunks, the screen passes are more effective. You have more opportunities for big plays when the defense is backed off and worried about big
yeah,
worried about
absolutely.
if you have 8 minutes at the line of scrimmage, I mean that's a whole lot you got to screen. I mean, Greg Roman used to talk about it when Harbaugh was the coach. It's like, why don't you throw to your running backs more? Why don't you screen more? It's like, well, look at the boxes we face.
Yeah.
Like they're telling us we have to throw deep. That's the thing. You have to go over the top. There's only so many ways you can throw behind the line of scrimmage if the defense isn't respecting you over the top. You have to. Joe says Brandon Ayuk will show out today. Bosa gets 3 sacks.
Bosa could very well have 3 sacks.
Yes, he certainly could. Yes. Carlos says, thoughts on the Niners drafting Najee Harris round 1 and Asante Samuel round 2. Don't draft Najee Harris round 1.
No. The 49ers, I already have problems with the 49ers taking a running back in round 3.
Right.
So I'm not be down for any sort of running back in round 1. I'd
actually be okay if the Niners as an organization were like, we're never going to draft running backs, but we'll sign 3 after the draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
They get hurt so fast, no matter where you take them. Doesn't matter. They get hurt. Yeah. Oh, you took a guy in round 1, he's going to get hurt. Doesn't matter.
Maybe if the 49ers were like in the opposite, like if they were in Miami's position, they had all these draft picks from all these other teams, and you have all these number 1 picks here and there.
Yeah.
The surplus of number 1 picks, maybe you do something like that, but like they're not in that position. And
I just take a quarterback. It's like, should I take a running back here?
Yeah.
No, that's just wasting money and draft capital. If you want to do that, take a quarterback because at least it's a quarterback. Take a quarterback.
And then Kyle's like, I got a wide receiver I like.
Yeah. If I were a general manager, I would take quarterbacks more. I would take one probably every year or every other year.
You should.
I think you should. And I would take
if you don't have like Patrick Mahomes, if you don't have that guy on your roster, then like you should take one if you don't have a top 10 quarterback on your roster, then you need to take a quarterback like every year to try
also, if you're a team like Philly or Arizona and your offense is heavily reliant on the quarterback running, you need 3 of those guys because he could get hurt. I mean, you can get hurt in the pocket too, obviously, but if the guy gets hurt and your backup doesn't do anything like that, your offense is just going to suck. It's nice to be able to do some of the same quarterback zone read stuff. And I was at the farm yesterday watching Stanford, and I kind of say the guy we got, UCLA, he'd be a nice little backup for Arizona or for the Niners, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He's not great, but I kind of like him. I thought the difference between UCLA and Stanford yesterday was we had DTR and they didn't. So I'm just saying, they're out there.
This has come up, and I actually meant to bring it up in some of our previous casts, is that I've heard them talk about this when ever since in training camp when they've asked the question with defense coaches, how does Trey Lance help you prepare for running quarterbacks? And they're like, it's a world of difference because we've tried to like play a running back there before, but he can't really throw. And back to the past. Why haven't you had a running quarterback as your backup in the past? If it makes the world of difference for your defense,
right.
You had problems stopping running quarterbacks in the past. Maybe this was one of the problems is that you haven't had someone that could replicate it in.
That's a good point. So, and your defense is seeing a very specific type of offense all year. That's really a throwback offense. I mean, it's under center, 2 back. You don't see anything like that around the league. What you see is spread, zone read, quarterback running around, and you have to you don't get very much prep for that on the Niners defense. And I think Saleh was trying to talk about that in the past. Like he would never complain, but he would try to just say, oh, this is our first time seeing this. And it's a little bit of an adjustment and that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Honestly though, they didn't do any better of a job containing Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying, I'm still curious to see how that plays out the next couple of weeks. I don't think they're going to have any problem containing Aaron Rodgers because he's super slow.
No, I
super slow. Raymond says, what do you think about Kyle's response to your softball question about Rodgers? Why does he hate you so much? I threw the biggest softball. I was like, hey, because no one was asking any questions. I was like, Kyle, instead of saying like, what do you like about Aaron Rodgers? I was like, in 50 years, if your grandkids were to ask you, what was Rodgers like? What would you say? I thought that was kind of a cooler way to frame it. And he just looked at me like I'd asked him about his sex life or something. He was like, I don't know. I'd say that he's the best thrower of all time or tied for the best. And I was like, that's it? He was like, I don't know. I'm not good at describing. I'd say you could watch. Like, you really brush off your grandkids and just tell them to go watch YouTube? That's messed up, dude. They're your grandkids. I don't know, man. I think
he would have. Kyle would have been like, he was all right, but check out this guy hit this pizza oven. Like,
he was pretty good, but this other guy never really got a fair chance.